We've arrived at the destination, Monarch Enterprise, and we're just gonna be looking at the nice vehicles that they have, the nice fancy vehicles. Remember, I want to remind you that this is for motivational purposes only. You guys can do this too. So take a walk with me, let's go. This is one of the most expensive car dealerships I've ever seen personally. And every time I've been here, cars are sold every single day. This company's really making money. I've come here a couple of times and the hospitality is amazing. And I can't wait for you guys to also witness this yourselves too. You're gonna be astonished when you see these vehicles. Hello,
nice meeting you.
Nice seeing you again. This is my good friend Matt. And
yeah, so I'm sales at Monarch Enterprises. We're a luxury performance car dealership in Lincoln. We sell kind of in the winter time SUVs, sports cars, Range Rovers to Mercedes G-Wagons, and then in the summer it's this type of thing. So Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches.
Yeah, and I can see you've got quite a collection.
Yes, we do, yeah.
Really good. First things first, I think the first car that caught my eyes is the first car, the Mercedes over here. So please, could you just tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this one's a 2012 C63 Black Series.
But it looks like it's been pimped out, can I say?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's what you could say Mercedes have done to it. So they've just taken a standard C-Class, put a big V8 in it, wider arches, different bonnet, and 520 horsepower. You could say it's the last of its kind, and that's why they name it the Black Series.
The Black Series, I really like that.
Yeah,
it's a real nice car. How much would a car like this go for?
So these are around 95 to 100,000 pounds.
From 2012?
I think originally in 2012 they were about 120, so and I'm sure it's a good investment for the future as well.
So it makes sense. It's a really beautiful car, and that's really amazing. Next car I have to ask about is this blue beast here. Blue is my favorite color, and Range Rover is one of my favorite cars. Yes. So I have to ask about this one.
So this one, 2018 Sport SVR Range Rover, finished in Estrol Blue. We've got 3 Estrol Blue SVRs.
I can see.
So the difference between all 3, this one's just a facelift, so it's a late 2018 one with the carbon fibre bonnet and the carbon fibre pack. This one's a pre-facelift 2015 Overfint, and that one's a 2020 without the carbon fibre.
So which one is your favourite?
To be honest, they're all different, better in their own right, but the carbon fibre is fantastic.
You know, it's really inspiring to see all these things. Can I ask, these 3 cars together, they look all the same. Of course, I can tell there's a bit of differences. How much would that go together?
So together, you're looking at 65, 93 and 88. So you could say about £200,000 worth of cars.
You know, it's really inspiring. You guys at home, you can do this too. You can own this too. It's very possible. It's really motivating to be around this, and I'm happy that you've allowed me. I'm thankful to be at Monarch Enterprise. It's really crazy. And last time I came, there were more cars here.
Yes,
there were some Lamborghinis, I believe. Now you guys are selling out.
We are literally, quite literally selling out. At the start of the week, we had about 4 cars less than this, and this is pretty empty for us. And we've managed to do, well, we went on a bit of a buying spree at the weekend and bought a few more for stock. But yeah, as every car dealership is at the moment, the market's gone crazy.
I can imagine. Yeah. Now, this car, I've never really seen a car like this.
Alfa. Yeah, that's it. It's one for kind of car enthusiasts. It's called a Giulia Quadrifoglio. They're about 450 to 500 horsepower. It's powered by a 3-litre V6, and they are definitely quite a handle in wet conditions.
And what is your favourite car here?
To be honest, they're all so different. You can't really pick one over the other, but I'm a fan of Porsches. That orange, that Slava orange GT3 RS.
So I think let's go to the Porsche since you've mentioned it. Let's go straight to the Porsche. The Porsche I'm really a fan of, I can't lie. Porsche has always been one of my favorite cars, and I think it's a statement car. Really, to say, you know,
especially with
you've made it.
You know? Exactly.
This is a great car, and I want to remind everybody, you can get this too. Now, I need to ask you, how much is this?
So this one's 145,000
All right, so this is half of
Yeah.
the price of these three.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of a hefty
Yeah.
price. That has a price tag on it.
Yeah,
But,
but there's a lot of
yeah.
road presence. When you're on the
That
road,
makes sense.
they're as wide as the whole lane that you're in. You definitely know you're in something special when you're driving it.
Of course.
But, you know,
440,000, it is special, of
yeah,
course.
exactly, yeah. And this colour is what they brought that model out in, so it's like the launch colour. So if you see one of these, it's more than, if you see a Porsche in one of these colours, more than likely this model, which is obviously quite
so
special.
obviously, I know with the Lamborghini, the color changes the cost.
Yes.
Can you say that's the same with this car as well?
You can with Porsches,
Because the
yeah.
color looks kind of unique
It
in
is,
that
yeah.
sense with, you know, like a Lamborghini. If you get Ventamante's color,
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
you know, it raises the price.
So, some cars there's more desirability if it's in the launch colour, which is lava orange, or let's say with Ferraris, a lot of people have them in Rosso Corsa red.
All right, you know, the names of these colors, is this actually called orange?
Lava orange.
A lava orange.
Yeah.
And you said with the red one it's called
Rosso Corsa.
Rosa Corsa.
Yeah.
So what's with the different names for,
So-
you know, because some of us, when we see
Yeah.
the color, we're just like, this is orange.
It's orange, yeah.
But
so,
of course, you know, to car experts such as yourself, this
Yeah.
is a lava orange. It isn't any normal orange.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So with Italian manufacturers like Ferrari, Lamborghini, with that car there, that's a Ferrari FF, that's called Bianco Italia, the colour. That's a £15,000 off that. Just that colour.
Just for the color.
When you spec it brand new, yeah, it's a
Is
triple
it
layer
actually
paint.
real? Just for the color?
Yeah. So it's-
15,000.
So the thing is, the Italian colours, they sound a lot bigger and more intelligent, the colours, than they actually are. Bianco Italia, Bianco's just white in Italian.
Okay.
For us in the UK, when you say it's just white, it doesn't sound that special.
Yeah,
But in
yeah,
Italy,
yeah.
they call it Bianco Italia. It sounds a lot more.
Bianco.
You know, it's one of the most
and
expensive.
how much
colours
is
for
this car?
that. So that one's 132.
132,000. Is that's included with the color?
Yeah, that's 132 all in
That's-
for that car today.
That is-
So 2016 car, 16 plate. It's got a V12, naturally aspirated. For all
So
the car
I keep
people.
on hearing V12. Is V12 the best engine?
V12
or-
is one of the largest engines in production at the moment. Ferrari currently make V8 and V12s of the cars, and now they're bringing in hybrid, so electric powertrains as well.
Oh.
So like electric batteries.
for Ferrari.
Exactly, yeah. Naturally aspirated, which you heard me mention earlier, that's when it doesn't have any electric aids with the engine, so it's not a hybrid system. These are rare, because you won't get, Ferrari don't make one of these, they won't make any one of these anymore,
Yeah.
really.
I want to ask you one question because obviously, me knowing you, you are the main man here in my eyes. Okay. So what is being exposed to this type of lifestyle, I guess you could say, done for you personally? Because with me personally, you know, coming here, being exposed to here, it really motivates me. But what has it done to you, you know, to be around this type of?
To be honest, with our customer base on this type of car, a lot of our customers have been saying, I just want a Ferrari, it's on my bucket list, I just want to go for it. People have decided that life's too short, just, you know what,
and it makes sense.
go for it, go for your
truthfully,
dream and just buy what you want. And with a lot of people doing that, it's my mindset is the same, just make the most of it. And just buy what you can, work as hard as you can, and
That's
what you've always wanted.
really amazing. So it's crazy to see that exposure has put you in that type of mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, to say, you know, even with the people that have come here to say that life is short, I just need to do what I need to do. One of the winning questions for you before I put pressure on you. In this garage alone, I know there's many more garages here where they have more cars. But in this garage that we're in alone, how much worth of cars are in this? Just estimating.
I'm normally, it's a couple £1 million. We've had times where we've had a lot more than that. It does add up. It does add up. It does add up quite easily.
In pounds as well.
Over
£1 million just in this garage alone.
Easily,
That is crazy. So right now with this segment, we're gonna get into the cars, go inside them, and talk to Matt some more. If I could drive, I would drive it away.
Yeah.
I'd drive it away.
This is one of the quite rare Ferraris where this actually has 4 seats, so you could say it's semi-practical.
With these different buttons, there's a lot of buttons here. What does this actually do?
So with Ferrari, their main focus is that the steering wheel has most of the buttons that you need to use the car.
Okay, instead of where here.
Exactly,
where it
yeah. So
is.
let's say indicators on a usual car is on like a stalk down here.
Very true.
Here, there's
right
the arrows
here.
there, yeah. For driving modes, that's what you mentioned, that's a Malatino on Ferrari.
All right, comfort, sport.
Yeah.
But this is really, really nice. And how much horsepower did you say?
So these have about 620.
Usually I've never seen ones that are actually metal like that.
Yes,
like these
the
ones are
metal
actually
pedals, yeah.
really
Accents
metal.
like that on the Ferraris shows, it kind of makes you realise that's why they are that money.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's starting to make sense. But overall, this is a beautiful car. So what's the difference between this one and the most famous one, the 911?
Yeah, so this is just a different type of model designation of the 911. So it's the generation of 991.1, and then the GT3 is a little more track-focused one. Then the GT3 RS is the fully track-focused one.
And that's the one that we have right now.
This is the RS.
Okay, and what I've noticed about these cars are low. I think this car is a better drive than the other one.
Yeah. The way you could say they are completely different cars. They're not competitors, but yeah, this one is one of the best driving cars on the market.
It seems really nice.
It's focused just to drive.
Yeah, you know, I've not drove it yet, but it's very much more comfortable in terms of the sitting, the everything.
That's it, yeah. That's part of the car, and this has got the most track-focused seats as well.
Oh, really?
So they're as uncomfortable as they get, but they are actually still quite usable. So it's extremely...
and I can see the backs, like these barricades.
Yeah.
So what is this for? Because I've always wondered.
So that's a roll cage. So if you are on track, or if you're pushing it in general, obviously accidents can happen, and that basically protects the roof from caving in.
So is there any space for luggage?
To be honest, it's up front, the luggage space.
Oh, really?
Exactly, yeah, the bonnet's up front, which we can have a look at as well. There we go.
Okay.
So it's really got his car cover inside there, but yeah.
And then this is where all the luggage.
Exactly, yeah, so that's the most luggage that you could have, which isn't actually too bad, it's actually quite deep.
And you said there's a V12?
No, so this one's actually a flat 6, and it's also in the back, so it's actually mid-engined.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. With the Porsches, you don't actually see much of the engine bay.
Yeah, but this is a beautiful car.
Carbon fibre
down
there, yeah.
This is definitely adding to the price. All I'm seeing is price.
Yeah. A lot of the panels on this car are carbon fibre. That's obviously a really light material, and it's what they use on all the race cars. So the bonnet's actually full carbon fibre, which you can see underneath.
This is really nice. These two cars have to be my favorite. And I want to remind you guys can do this too. If you just put hard work will never fail in everything that you do. Like I spoke in the last video, it's so important to expose yourself to these things. Exposure is key in business, and it's really possible, you know. I'm inspired by seeing this. I'm really happy that you even allowed me here, because it's pushing me to do this myself, to motivate the viewers watching. Yeah. And these viewers can do it as well.
Exactly, yeah. It is achievable. We know of people that are in their early 20s and they've purchased these. It can happen at any age, even if you're 50, 60 years old.
So you've known people in their 20s to buy this?
Oh yeah.
It must be really crazy then.
Yeah, exactly, and from all backgrounds, from wherever they're from, you can do it.
So that's really amazing, you know, different like Mike's saying right now, different backgrounds, you know, different age groups, people from 20 years old are purchasing cars here like this. So it's really inspiring. Okay, so before we get to the cars again and just show a bit of B-rolls, I want to ask you a very important question. Out of all the questions, this is my biggest question, and this is the reason why I've come here today. This is my last question for you. I want to ask you, what key advice do you have to someone that's looking at this and saying, I want to do this right now, you know, this is what I want, you know, in the future? Of course, you know, a lot of people are less privileged, you know, don't have the resources, but what piece of advice do you have? Whether they're 40 years old, 30 years old, 15 years old, 80 years old, what piece of advice do you have?
Yeah, I think it all kind of lays down to your passion. So if you're into cars, if you're into some sports, football, just follow it. Just try and don't just get a job because of the salary. Don't just look at numbers, look at what you actually enjoy. And you know, if you're passionate about the job that you work for, you're gonna go up in the ladder. You're gonna work.
So thank you so much. That's,
no problem.
It was really an awesome time that we had here looking at the cars. It's really amazing. I'm inspired, and I hope you guys watching from wherever you're watching from, whether it's bus stop, whether you're watching from another car garage, it doesn't matter, at school, college, doesn't matter if you're at a workplace. I hope you guys were inspired by this vlog. I want to remind you 5 times more, you guys can do this if you just put your mind to it. Like Matt told us, there's 20-year-old people that have come here, 40-year-old people, 60-year-old people that have come here, you know, no matter what, from different backgrounds, that have bought things like this. So anything is achievable, just put your mind to it. So that's my biggest advice to anybody looking. Once again, thank you so much. I'm privileged. Monarch Enterprise.
Thank you.
This has been really good.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay, that is.
Go. And this is only in comfort mode as well.
Oh, this is only in comfort mode.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's, you could say, the quietest that you'll ever hear it.
Wow. This is really nice. You got the Ferrari. Of course, my belt is not on. I need my belt on. But this is really nice. The drive is smooth though.
They're easy, they are, especially these ones, because they are just, they're 4-wheel drive up into a certain speed, and the steering is really, really light. It's like you're driving an average car.
Very true.
Until you actually put your foot down, and then that's when you kind of realise that you're in a Ferrari as such.
Really nice. Thank you once again.
All right, no problem at all, Hubert. Yeah, exactly. So follow your passion. And if you want to come and see some supercars, visit Monarch Enterprise.
Monarch Enterprise. That's awesome. Thank you once again. See you guys on the next video.